In this section, we will review the manager card usage in the wine station. Insert the card with the chip into the smart card reader. The orientation of the card should be with the chip facing the right side. When the manager card is inserted, you should see red lights in all 4 positions, and the screen should read Service Mode, Dispense Mode. If Dispense Mode is selected, the manager can pour from any of the 4 active positions and any of the 12 pour volumes. The screen will display Authorized Employee. If Service Mode is selected, the following options will display: Bottle Service, Reports, Configuration. Bottle Service is selected when a new bottle is being placed into the wine station position for immediate dispensing or to prepare a bottle for future dispensing. This display also shows the date and the number of days that the bottle has been in this position. When Bottle Service is selected, the following options will appear: New Bottle, Prep Bottle, and Refill Bottle. When a new bottle is being placed into a position, select Refill Bottle. Once selected, you will see Test, Purge, and Exit. A bottle can be purged of air and replaced with argon or nitrogen by selecting the Purge option. Press the Purge button and you should hear gas escaping from the nozzle. If a full bottle is being purged, it should only be necessary to press Purge once. If a partial bottle is being purged, you should press Purge multiple times to ensure most of the air is driven out of the bottle and replaced with the argon or nitrogen. Once this is done, press the Test button and about 1/4 ounce of wine will be poured. Make sure, of course, that you have a glass placed under the spout before you do this. Doing this provides 2 functions. One, it primes the take-up tube with wine. Second, it provides an opportunity to taste a freshly opened bottle of wine. Pressing Refill Bottle also resets the position counter. If you look closely at the screen, you will notice a small line will appear at the top left-hand corner of the screen. This line will move down as the wine is dispensed, providing a visual indicator of the level of wine left in the bottle. Pressing the Refill button will also reset the empty bottle message and the red light that indicates an empty bottle condition if this has occurred. If Prep Bottle is selected, it provides the same purge and test functions as in Refill Bottle, but does not change the position counter. This function would be used to pre-stage a bottle by placing it into an existing position and performing a pre-staging function without affecting the information of the wine bottle in that particular position. The original bottle can then be reinserted. The volume counter, date, and days in the position will not be reset. New Bottle would be selected to either change the display information for the varietal and year to be changed on the screen, or to change the wine volumes for the 3 volumes being poured. When New Bottle is pushed, Select Wine, Select Year, and Set Volume will appear. To change the wine varietal being displayed, press the Select Wine button. You can then choose from a menu of red, white, or other varietals. If red is selected, the up and down arrow keys can then be used to select the specific varietal. In the same manner, the year can be selected by pressing the Select Year button. Again, the up and down buttons can be used to change the year. To change the pour volumes, press the Set Volume button. The factory defaults for pour volumes are set to 1 ounce taste, 3 ounce half glass, and 6 ounce full glass. To change, simply select which volume you wish to change, and then use the up and down buttons to increase or decrease the volume. This can be done in 1/4 ounce increments. Now, let's move to the other service mode buttons. One is called Reports. Pressing this button brings up 3 choices: Diag for diagnostics, Reset ml or milliliters, and Reset total. The display also will show how much volume has been poured out of this position. When a bottle has been placed into a position and a staff member has started to serve out of this position, the machine will keep track of the volume of wine that has been poured from this position. Pressing the Reset Total button will reset the tracked volume to 0. Pressing the Diag button will change the LCDs to show all of the internal diagnostic information regarding this wine station. This information can then be used to provide valuable information when the machine is being serviced. By pressing any button, the diagnostic screen will disappear. Press the Reset Milliliter button if it is desired to change the measurements from ounces to milliliters. The last service mode button is called Config or Configure. When this button is pressed, the following choices will show up: Position Config, Miscellaneous, and Module Config. Let's start with the Module Config. The term module refers to the entire 4-bottle machine, whereas the term position refers to a specific position of the wine station. There are 4 positions in a module. Pressing the Module Config button brings up Bottle Light, Smart Card, and Adjust Temp, as well as GLT, or Gas Low Test. The button that will be primarily used will be Adjust Temp. Adjust Temp shows the set temperature as well as the actual temperature inside of the chamber. Cooling can be turned on or off by pressing the middle button. Selecting Max will set the fans to maximum speed. To change the temperature, simply press the up or down arrows on the right side. Once set, press Save to keep this temperature setting. Temperature readings can be changed to Celsius by pressing the degree C button. Bottle light allows for the chamber light to be turned on or off. The GLT button, or Gas Leak Test button, allows for a gas leak test to be performed on the system. In order for this to work properly, the gas pressure from the tank should be shut off to the system. This can be done by either turning off the gas tank or by disconnecting the gas tubing from the regulator. Once this is done, press the GLT button and push the Start Test button. The time of the test has been preset to 30 seconds. If there is a leak, red lights will start to flash. The test time can be increased or decreased by pressing the up and down arrows and then the Save Time button. When the Smart Card button is selected, the choices are Make Manager, Make Pour, Read, or Link. At this time, remove the Manager card from the Smart Card reader, place the card you want to create into the slot, and press the Make Manager or Make Pour button depending on the type of card you would like to create. The screen should confirm the change. You can then hit the Exit button when the desired cards have been created. The link function is a more advanced function and only applies when more than one professional wine station model is being used. The link function allows for cards to be used in multiple machines. The link function reads the ID off the inserted card and replaces the ID of the machine with this ID, thus allowing this card to be used in the multiple machines. The manual describes this procedure in more detail. The read function also allows cards to be read, whether it is a valid card and what type it might be. Moving back to the configuration screen, if miscellaneous is selected, the following choices are given: Near Empty, BT 485, and Set Time. Set Time allows for the correct time to be set for the wine station. BT 485 is an internal feature on models which are Bluetooth capable and used for communicating across multiple wine stations. Selecting the Near Empty button allows for the enabling of Near Empty warning light when the bottle is near empty. The amount can be set. Moving back to the configuration screen, if Position Config is selected, there are 3 choices: Adjust Bright, Adjust Contrast, and Pour Detect. Adjust Bright would be used to select the brightness of the LCD by pressing the arrows. Likewise, the contrast can be adjusted by selecting Adjust Contrast and pressing the up and down arrows. Pour Detect is a unique feature of the wine station that detects the amount of wine that has been poured from the spout. Pour Detect can be turned off in those cases where the liquid that is being poured from the bottle is resulting in an empty bottle condition, even though there is wine in the bottle. Turning Pour Detect off would bypass the internal liquid detection mechanism and would only use an estimated volume method for tracking the amount of wine remaining in the bottle. Turning Pour Detect off should only be selected when there is a known liquid that cannot be detected by the Liquid Detect technology. An example might be pure water or spirits, which do not contain the same liquid characteristics as wine. Another time to turn Pour Detect off is when there is no time to properly clean the dispensing head contacts, which might be causing the empty bottle condition. Pour Detect should be turned off, but should be turned back on when the contacts have been cleaned and the position can once again detect liquid. When Pour Detect is turned off, a red light will be set in the top LED position. If this red light is not desired, this light can also be turned off by selecting the LED off button.